Satan has a plan for your life as well as God. Satan's plan is for death and destruction, but the good news of the gospel is, according to John 10:10, that Christ has come to give us life, an abundant life. And as Christians, we're God's messengers. Our calling is to take the good news of Jesus to all people. And for some, that's to take the message to a distant land across the ocean. But for others, to go just to your next door neighbor and to be Christ's representative to the person next door.
There is a discipline within the church that has been neglected for centuries. This discipline is called apologetics. Apologetics means to give an answer or a reasoned defense for what one believes. Why is apologetics important? Because we've all been called as Christians to the Great Commission, and that is to preach the gospel to those who haven't heard. One of the difficulties is that a lot of people have objections about the Bible, about God, about the difficult things in their lives, and apologetics is that discipline which helps us to respond to those difficult questions.
Has anyone ever tried to convince you that everything is relative? If so, they have questioned truth. Many people have questions about what is right and true. Even Pilate, in John chapter 18, verse 38, asked Jesus this question: what is truth? We live in a time of confusion, a time of deconstructionism, postmodernism, and skepticism. Everyone is trying to convince us of their version of the truth. And we as Christians are expected to praise every creed except our own. But we shouldn't. We should stand up for what is true. And truth is that which corresponds to reality. Jesus said that He is the way, the truth, and the life. We shouldn't be ashamed of Jesus. We should proclaim His truth, the reality of who He is and what He did to the world.
Did you know that there are people no longer on earth wishing you would share the good news of Jesus Christ? Believe it or not, you probably knew some of them. Maybe they were your co-workers, your friends, your neighbors, or even your family members. But now they've passed on to a place where there is no crossing over. And they now know the truth about what happens when people die. In Luke chapter 16, the rich man in hell begged for someone to go and warn his brothers. Many of us are afraid to talk with others about Christ. But I tell you, with the right training and guidance, we can overcome our fears. Our time on this earth is limited, and we can't witness to people in heaven. What will you do with the time that you have left?
Truth, Evangelism, and Apologetics Mission. This is the acronym for TEAM. TEAM is the missions arm of Southern Evangelical Seminary, and we exist to be a resource to the church and to Christians everywhere. We're available to teach at campus ministries, youth events, men's conferences, Bible studies. If you would like to find out more about TEAM, then please visit Southern Evangelical Seminary's website. That's www.ses.edu. And you can find the TEAM icon there and click on TEAM, and we can help you. For those of you who would like to support us at TEAM, we'd really appreciate your consideration.